Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are having an amazing day today. I hope it was a great weekend and a good end of your trading week. Let's go ahead and jump right in, keeping in mind that everything we look at is for educational purposes. Nothing's meant to be advice or recommendations. It's great to be back. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know. Drop a one in the chat box. Let me know you can hear me. But let me know if you enjoyed Brandon and Tony last week. We may continue to do some of that moving forward, but let me know how it was, guys. I mean, I got some feedback from it already from some of the students, and they said, well, I don't want to spoil it. So you guys tell me what your thoughts are on that. All right. So as we go through, keep in mind that we've got various social platforms out there that you should be following along with us on. Make sure you're always checking Trading Like a Boss. You're going to see that Sean's going to get up there this week. We're going to have the How Not to Get Your Ass Kicked event. So you can register right for that event right on that page. But make sure that you follow along with the various social platforms we're on. Right? Today's agenda, we're going to look at upcoming economic reports, and we get into futures. From there, we look at the previous day's trades, today's trading candidates, and then your stocks, what candidates you want to look at. All right? So with that, let's go take a look at the futures first. So at 9:45 today, I love the 9:45 announcements, the 10 o'clock announcements, especially when it's red, right? While the market's open. So you're going to have some, a little bit of volatility first thing in the morning with that announcement coming out. Flash services PMI, it's purchasing managers index is PMI. And it is just that. It's a group of major purchasing managers, and they get in and talk about costs and things like that. So it is red. So it's a high impact report. And that is on services for manufacturing. It's orange, right? But same report, just broken out two different ways. And then 11 o'clock, we've got Yellen speaking, or she's going to be yelling. I don't know which one, but she's speaking today at 11 o'clock, right? So Treasury Secretary. So you never know. She's kind of loose-lipped and not really, I wouldn't want to say eloquent because I don't care how good of a speaker she is. I think she mixes things up sometimes where she says something she shouldn't, right? She's had that in the past. So you never know what's coming out when she talks. She could slip on something or just say something in a way that causes, ooh, what was that all about? A little bit of panic, or, ooh, that's awesome, either direction, right? So either one of those reports those announcements / reports can have a movement in the market today, all right? So go ahead and keep that in mind. With that, let's go jump now into the futures. It's a sea of green. So the ES is up 15 points. The Dow is up 140. The NASDAQ's up 6. The RUT's up 6. Bitcoin is back above 19 again. And then Ethereum is back above 1,300. They are up $42. Gold is down $3. Not a big deal. And crude is down almost $2 to $83.12. A good deal. Good news for the American public, right? The consumer with cost of gas. Bad news for America with us using more of our strategic reserves. So from here, I did not teach on Friday, so I don't have trades that we went over from Friday to update you on, but I'm going to ask you guys to drop your trades in. I'll go back and start looking at them as you drop them in, and I'll talk a little bit about some of what I did. But what trades did you take on Friday? Was Tony helpful? Did he give you some candidates that were good trades that you had opportunity to take, or what did you take on your own? For me, what I did is I was at an event on Friday that I was a student at. Guys, I do a lot of this, or I did pre-COVID, a lot of this where I traveled quite a bit for teaching for myself, for where I would go in and teach events and or come in as a guest speaker for somebody else. Kind of like what I do online with Benzinga now, right? As an example, I'm a regular guest for them. And then on top of that, for my own mastermind groups, which I belong to too, and then just other trainings that I go through. Listen, I think I would be a bigot to say education is important. You need to follow some of the things we do, learn, and not educate myself. I am a constant believer in educating myself and my team. Suzanne was out in the beginning of this. She's our head of our marketing and sales department. She was out this month. She's been out in California to a training for a software program that we use. Last week, when I was away, she was also away with Brandon. They were in Texas, in Dallas. I was in Austin, Texas. They were in Dallas at an event that Brandon was speaking at. And this week, it's finally here, this Thursday and Friday. Thursday, Brandon teaches live in New York, and I am teaching Friday in New York. Suzanne is here, right? All of this is about training, guys, right? It's all her learning how we do things and how the seminar industry is and what she sees there and so forth, right? So I'm a big believer in education. So being at the event last week was great. I got a lot of great ideas, a lot of great thoughts, a lot of ways to help improve things here. I've got a brand new free document coming out that we're putting together that is going to walk you through everything that we do from start to finish, soup to nuts, on using fibs in one particular trade, set up a day trade, on how to identify the fibs, how to draw the fib. All of that is going to be part of that training document right inside of there that you'll be able to download for free. You'll find it on our members page there on tradinglikeaboss.com. All right. So dropping any trades that you guys did on Friday for myself while I was at the event. Central time zone started a little bit later. I managed a couple of covered call positions. Some of my positions have earnings coming out this week. So I've gone ahead and not done covered calls on them, but bought protective puts. So if the news is bad and does drive that stock down, I've got some protection in there on that downside. If news is good or flat and nothing happens, I bought an insurance policy. Not a big deal. It's the equivalent of one week's covered call premium, right? So I'm not too concerned with it, right? It's just the way to manage it. It's how I manage my positions. It's buying car insurance on your car. You're buying a car, you need insurance, right? So let's go take a look at today's candidates. All right. So we have 9 candidates today. So Alibaba is down today. Let me get my option chain back. Let's put this up here. Actually, let's put that there. Let me open the option chain back up. And let's click on Baba. They're down $8.29 today. And that is on China's GDP. Not looking good. Not looking good at all, actually, for China, for the industry and so forth. So they're down another $8 and call it $8. About $64 is where they are right now. So 65 is our support. So 65 to 74 is $9. We've got 760 fib. We need to split that level in half, right? So let's go do that. Let's go and add in a -5 inside the R. There we go. All right. So now we're looking at a bear call spread. If we're down to 64, above 70. All right, so you got 69.38 will be just north, just above that at 70. All right, Baidu, the do. Let's get a little bigger picture. We'll do the unscrunch first. All right. So overall good fib. Baidu right now is, let's do this first. Baba, I messed up the symbol there. All right, Baidu. Baidu is down $11 right now. That's from the president over there, Xi, getting another term, right? I don't know if you saw that he had the other opponent escorted out of their meeting today or yesterday, whenever it was. But they are a lot of stocks, tech stocks across the board are down because of that. So, and it's the restrictions, the things that he's doing in those sectors and you see a bunch of stocks on here that relate to that, right? You've got Baidu, we've got JD, and we have, I thought I had a third one. I might have pulled the third one off. Yeah, those two are the biggest ones, okay? So right now, they're sitting at $80. Oy vey. So $80, we're going to look at a bear call spread above 84. All right, next is CAR, C-A-R. All right, on CAR, they're up $8.35. They got an upgrade from JP Morgan, ka-ching, right? So they already were in a true bullish bias. So we were already set up for bullish trades. 65, well, if you say 95, that's $30. We definitely need a Fibit inside of there. So let's go ahead and add our Fibits in. We're going to put in a negative 136, and we need the 118 also. So right now, we're at 198. Ooh, look at that. 199 is resistance. So we're right there. So we're going to look at a bull put spread below 182. Ironically, most of our candidates are bearish today, even though the markets are up. All right, so next we've got FedEx. FedEx got a downgrade from Wells Fargo. Man. So kind of an old fib. Big move to the downside. We're going to redraw. We're definitely going to redraw the fibs on this puppy. So we're going to come off of this swing high in September and the swing low in October. Right? Okay. So 142 to 159 is 17 points. We still need Fibits in there with that. All right, so let's go add in a negative 136 and a 118. All right, and we're at 198. Wrong symbol. I didn't click on FedEx. Okay, we're down $1.64 on that downgrade from Wells Fargo. It puts us to 151.5. All right, so we're just above that fib line right there. So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 160, right? Above 160. Now, I don't know what we're going to get for it. Let's see. If we look at the 160s, right now, they were, on Friday's close, they were 90 cents. The 162 half, let's call it 50 cents. Easy math. It means you're going to get 40 cents for that $2.50 spread. So 20%, 18%, somewhere around there. Not too shabby. I'll take it for a week. I will take 18% for a week, any week. All right, Meta, Facebook. All right, they were back down on Friday to their zero line again. Facebook or all right, I skipped JD. Back up. JD is the symbol. I'm reading Meta on my list, right? So, which is our next one. Also, Z. So they're down to their zero line at 41.56. And today they are down another $6. Guys, this is just, devastating to them as a company. 32 to 41 to, we need Fibits in there. So let's go apply some Fibits. So we're going to put a negative 136 and we're going to add the 118. All right, so let's see where we are at. So we're at $36 right now. We're at 37. Guys, you could look at a bear call spread above above 37. Aggressive. Not my favorite candidate at all. This is probably one I'll pass on. It's just too big of a move, too low a price stock at this point. All right, next comes Meta. Meta got a downgrade from Bank of America, BOA. They're down $1.51 to 128.5. They downgraded them from a price target of 190 to 150. So 190 something to 150 something. So there's a huge hit potential there if they're right. So 128.5. Let's bring this in a little bit closer. All right. So they're at 128.5 right now. So they're still above that 127 level. So we're going to look at a bear call spread above 135. Right? If we look, what can we get for the 135, 136? So 135 was 630. We'll call it again, just round numbers, easy math. We're not trying to do exact. 630 and then 590, you can buy the 136 for. So you're looking at 40 cents for a $1 spread. 40 cents, which means you have 60 cents of risk. So what does that come out to? It's, I don't know what the numbers are. Divide 40 by 60 and tell me what the answer is. What's the rate of return there, guys? It's huge. It's near 50%. 40%? It's 40%. That's what it is. It's 40%. So phenomenal opportunity. Now, the numbers are going to change a little bit. Not much, but they will definitely change today. But I like this one a lot. Put a little note there. All right, there's 3 candidates left, folks. Drop in the trades that you want me to take a look at. What symbols do you want to see me analyze for you today before your opportunity to take a look at the market once it opens up? So we've got, hey, there we go. Say hey, he's up $690 on SPY. Great job, say hey. Robert said, I started 5 trades, credit spreads on Monday, and then took the rest of the week to put in new flooring and paint in my home. All credit spreads came in for a profit while I was away working. So this made for a good week, even though I couldn't be there. I love it. I love it. You know, and that's awesome, Robert. And Sean and I were talking this morning, and he was, before we got started, he loves credit spreads, but always looking for that better tweak. And he went through some of the stuff in the Inner Circle, I believe it was, trainings, or maybe it was Mastermind. It was one of them. But there's similar trainings in there for that strategy. And he went through the trainings in there and said the one thing stuck out for him was kind of like a bam. I need to add that to my strategy to just make it that much better. So, and it is a great strategy, Robert. I love credit spreads. Definitely love credit spreads. Trip said I did an Iron Condor on AMD and only got 50 cents. Okay, I'll take the 50 cents. Right? Robert said bull put spread on Apple if it breaks for. Okay, so that's what you're looking at for today. All right, got it, Robert. Got it. So guys, drop in your trades and candidates you want me to take a look at, right? And do it now. Actually, we're looking at now. NOW, right, is our next ticker symbol. So they got an upgrade. I don't have a name next to them who upgraded them, so it might have been like a Piper or somebody. It wasn't a big one. They got an upgrade. They're up $11 to $372 even. So a couple of things. First off, I need to have a horizontal line in here at 400, right, which we don't have, right? So let's go change that over. What I do is I make this a dark red. I make it a shape that is not normal, dash dot, not normal for me. And 400, it becomes the level, right? And since we're here, this one might come up again. Let's duplicate the line, and let's just change the price point over to 500. All right, so now we're up at 372 right now. And now we got to look at 363 and 407. So 63 to 03, 73, 83, 93, 03. It's a lower 40 points. Our Fibit is 35 points. That means we have to split the level. See, I don't need the exact. I just need to get in the ballpark, right? And I'll be close enough with my numbers, right? The system will reveal it. So we're going to add a negative 0.5 in there, split that level in half. Okay, now that we've got that, we are sitting at 372. Let me bring this in. We're sitting at 372. So close enough. Close enough. We're right about there. That's where our current price is on my horizontal line. We are below the 21 moving average. We're below that 385, that next fib. It puts us in a bearish neutral bias. Great news, but we're in the middle of nowhere. Excuse me. So for me, I don't like the setup at all. So I'm going to write next. Not my cup of tea. So I'm done. I don't want to do this one. All right. NXPI. Guys, drop in any symbols you want me to take a look at. NXPI, they got a downgrade. I didn't bother writing down who it was because it wasn't a big one. They're down $2 to 143 right now. So it still puts them right about the 8 moving average. Fib line is at 140. Next. Just not excited about this one. Tesla. They were down about 3% in pre-market because of price cuts on 2 of their vehicles in China for their sales in China. So they're right now down almost $6. They're at 208.5 is their current price for Tesla, 208.5. So we've got support at 205. We've got a fib at 218, a resistance at 227, which is our next fib line. 227. All right, so we're going to look at a bear call spread above 227. And there is a 227.5. It's going to be a little difficult. A little difficult to pick out exactly what it's going to cost us because of the $5, almost $6 move. But we were looking at a 227. So here's the way you trade these guys. We are going to sell the strike, the first strike, the strike closest to our price, which is the one I give you, the 227. That's always your selling price. So we're going to sell the 227.5, right? And then we're going to buy the 230. So it gives you a credit of 41 cents naturally. The midpoint is 50. I go after the midpoint. So I'm trying to get 50 cents. If I can get 50 cents on a 250 spread, that gives me a 25% rate of return because $2.50, but I just got 50 cents. That means I need $2. The amount of money that I put in, the $2, is my maximum risk. The max risk is 250. The difference of these two spreads, 230 and 227.5. But I'm getting paid 50 cents. That's not my money. Someone gave it to me. So $2 of my money is at risk. So if I am right in that trade, $2 over 50 cents divided out, it's 25% rate of return. Not bad for 5 whole days, okay? Not bad at all. But that's the way that you look at the credit spreads, guys, all right? Let me reset that. Okay, let's go take a look at the candidates you guys dropped in. All right, Robert's looking at Apple. So we got to be careful on Apple, Robert. My power option plays sheet. Where are they? 26, 7 earnings. I've got it written down. I just don't have the sheet out yet for the week. So Apple is today. Not today. Thursday, the 27th. Is their earnings? It is confirmed. So caution with that part, Robert. If it breaks Friday's highs above 147. Okay. So yeah, I'd like it above that 147.68, Robert. Absolutely. Good setup. Just keep in mind the earnings on Thursday night. It is an aftermarket event, and it's going to have some volatility to it because you've got Apple and Amazon. MasterCard is on the 27th, but they may be during the day. I don't remember. Pre-market. But Apple, Amazon are the biggies for that day. Okay. So I hope that helps, Robert. Let me know. Robert Rubin's asking for Qualcomm. All right, let's see. Bigger moves. So Qualcomm, long bias as long as the stock remains above last week's close of 115.74. All right, so I'm going to bring this in a little bit to make it easier for everybody to see, okay? So 115.74 is closing price. So, Robert, we're still in a bearish bias right now. Where are we in pre-market? I should actually be looking at that stuff. Qualcomm. Come on, QCOM. I don't need an S in front of it. So they're up 87 cents right now to 116. We'll call it half. 116.5. So they're actually 116.61 exactly right now when I said it, and 116.68 is resistance. So you've got to be cautious in there, Robert, unless you're looking at this as, I think we're getting a breakout. I don't know when their earnings are. I think we're getting a breakout, so I'm jumping in early on this. But every time we've gotten above the 8, here we failed. Here we've gotten above the 21 and we failed, this might be the full breakout, right? And the Fed's potential easing may help as well. That announcement comes in right around midterm time, right? So a little bit of caution with this one. If you're going to take it a bullish trade on it, I would be looking at this as an aggressive trade just based on where it is. I hope that helps. Let me know down below. Kevin's asking for DVN. Let's take a look. Yep, Devon Energy. All right, they're down 29 cents right now. Let's go get a bigger picture. All right. All right. So nothing in there of what you're thinking. So let me go ahead and draw some fibs. So definitely need some new fibs in there. That's the bigger fib closest to the right side of the chart. All right, 70 to 75. Let me go shift this around. All right, so $6. We don't need a fib in there. Okay, we don't need a fib here. We are going to probably need one above, though. 6 even. No, we're good. We don't. Okay, perfect. So we're not really moved very much so far on, Kevin, on DVN. No fib needed. So if we're sitting right now down 29 cents, it's actually at $74 even. We're kind of in the middle, right? We've got resistance right above our head. The moving average will kick up to about 72 today, right? Give or take. Doesn't matter that we're down, just with the continuous momentum of adding in the last 8 days. So I'm not seeing anything exciting yet. And I know that there's so many stocks out there. Well, let me back up. A lot of the energy stocks today had movements to the downside. Okay. So they showed the top 5 or 6 movers today, and they were all down when I had CNBC on earlier. They were all down for the day. So I'd be a little cautious on this one if you're looking at anything bullish. And it isn't a bullish bias right now. For me, an ideal world would say get above 75 and a quarter, maybe up to 76, 76 and a quarter. Pull back a little bit and bounce, and then you've got 81 as a target, right? If you want to take the trade early, even though the fib is there, you would take a smaller number of contracts and maybe add to it if it breaks out. And if you did take the small number of contracts, I would really make sure that as you move up into that fib line, that 75 quarter level, you're going to want to have your stop tight on there or put a trailing stop on it to take you out, all right? So I hope that helps. Let me know down below. Trip is asking for IBM, itty bitty machine. And remember, guys, today at noon, we've got Power Hour. We're going to go into some things in the market. We're going to talk a little about energy. We're going to talk about where I see things going with the S&P, the economic reports, and so forth. So make sure you register for that free training. We do it every Monday that the market's open. Is the goal on that training, okay? So on IBM, we're not worried about Fibbits at this point. Where are they? They're up 75 cents this morning, Trip, to 130 and 65, we'll call it, 130.65. All right. So 29 and a quarter, 31. So only, wow, it's tight moving there. $2. All right. So if they're up right now to 130 and a half, it puts them right about there, or exactly there. Right there is their current price. So I like the idea of a credit spread below that 129 half level, Trip. Or if you're looking for the breakout, I'd want to see a pullback and a bounce if you're looking for a bullish trade again, or the breakout of 131 retest and bounce. Right? I hope that helps. Good. Okay, fantastic. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you go to tradinglikeaboss.com. Get yourself all set up for today, right? For Power Hour, which is on the very top left. Very top right is always going to be Trading Coach's Playbook, which is on Friday, Monday before Friday. That's why it's set up that way. And we will see all of you at our event this afternoon at Power Hour. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you then. Take care, folks. Bye for now.